Hello, how you doing, my kings and queens? I'm your host, King. Let's talk. What I like to talk about is if you're a good speaker, but sometimes you make simple mistakes that's frustratingly easy. What I mean by frustratingly easily, it's easy, but you get frustrated for making the simple mistakes all the time. You're not alone. This could be done. Don't get discouraged. Don't feel sorry for little old you. Just keep on practicing. Look at it as practice makes purpose that you are getting closer to your purpose. Practice makes perfect where you're getting closer to your purpose. What I mean by that is, let's say you want to surprise somebody that you want to visit someone, but you gave them a clue that you didn't mean to give by saying, I took off next week or I'll go to work next week. But the person put two and two together because you said you took off of work. So what you got to work on doing is thinking before you speaking. I know it's easier said than done, but you got to practice more than once, more than twice, more than three times, maybe even 10 times. Practice on your own. Do this for you. Remember I told you in the other video to speak for you, not speak for the ladies, not speak for the babies, but speak for you to get better. Get better because you want to get better, not get better because the ladies want you to get better because the babies want you to get better. You gotta be motivated to 10 times more than the ladies, 10 times more than babies put together. That's how you're gonna get more out of it. That's how it's gonna change your life. The reason I'm saying this, so you won't keep on feeling socially awkward, where everything is going well, but you said something backwards, and then people look at you and say, "What are you talking about?" Where you used to like for the party, but now it's crooked because you said something that didn't make any sense whatsoever. Has that ever happened to you where he was making jokes left and right, but then you said something backwards and it changed the dynamic of the atmosphere? The thing is, once again, it's similar to a horse. You fall the horse, you get back up, or similar to a bike. You ride the bike, you fall down, you get off. I mean, you get back up. Similar to driving. I'm going to talk a lot about driving. You make a little boo boo, but you continue to drive. Not a big boo boo, but a little error where you missed a turn or you slid a little bit, but everything's still well, but you keep on driving. And that brings me to my next point. Remember what I told you about the driving example? If you had a little fender bender, you don't tell the cops, you don't tell the insurance nothing because they really don't care about you. They just care about making money. They care about them. They care about their business. So don't tell them anything that you scratch somebody's car, you leave that to the driver, you get them a $100 bill, $150, $200 bill, and you be on your merry way. Because if you tell the cops or the insurance that you had a little scratch, the insurance might increase your quote to hundreds of dollars, maybe $500. Whoever knows, or they might increase it to $100, $200 where you had to pay for driver insurance, $100 or $200 a month that's coming out of your check. See, they could be more greedier than the IRS where you get audited. So that's why you don't tell people your business, even if you try to be honest, even if you try to be a good Samaritan. You understand? Yeah, you have to be. What I'm trying to tell you is to be smart at telling the truth. Don't just tell people the truth for the heck of it. Tell people the truth with a purpose, for a reason, in a common sense way. Don't just tell the truth just to tell the truth. You don't get nothing out of it. They get everything that they need from you, and they're done and through with you. And they say, okay, thank you for your service. Don't let people use you up like that. You're too smart. I say, oh, this person's nice, but I don't think I want to do business with them. Or the person is smart, but sometimes they can question me. But it's not about what people think. I'm just trying to let you know that you can have control over the situation 99% by thinking before you speak and keep on practicing. Maybe journal write to monitor your process, where you starting, where you kept on putting your foot into your mouth, but then you got better and you're more motivated and confident and talk to the ladies, talk to the babies, talk to anyone, where people ask you questions, you don't say, huh, what, or I don't know what to say. where you take your sweet old time, and then they look at you as if they're smarter than you. You're smarter. I mean, you're just as smart as the next person, if not smarter. So that's what it comes down to. But speaking and driving goes hand in hand. You understand? Because when people speak to you, they want to talk to you. They're comfortable to talk to you. I know sometimes you, your mind might wander. You got to stick to the topic that's on hand. So if you ever lose track or your mind is wandering, you can say, "Give me a feeling in mind of what we're talking about again," because I don't want to say something that's backwards and it makes me look silly or as if I don't know what I'm talking about. That's nothing wrong with saying that. You saying it basic, you are saying it directly, you're saying it in a smart, intelligent, sophisticated way. And if the person say, "What do you mean? What are we talking about? This is simple um, dialogue. This is not rocket science." That's on them. That's a reflection of them, not a reflection of you. You act in an intelligent way, and if they are getting impatient or frustrated, that's up to them. That's on them. That's not on you. You did your job to ask for clarification. If they can't give you simple clarification, what that says to the next person. So you can say, "Okay, um, thanks for talking to me. I will end this conversation because it's took a wrong turn unexpectedly," and keep it moving. Then the person will realize what they did was wrong. You got it. But what I'm saying is how the conversation relate to driving. How just as you had to keep your eye on the road, you got to keep your eye on the subject, or keep your eye on the topic. I know it could be difficult if the person is talking to you a lot about a topic that they're interested or invested in, and they keep on talking and talking, and you being a good listener. But sometimes your mind might wander, and you might ask a question that might be that might be similar to a question that baby might ask. Then it might say, "What you listening?" Or "That's what I just said," or "Like I said." You, that's okay to hear that from time to time, but you don't want to hear it back to back. But then it seems as if you're not listening to what the person is saying. Then I don't want the person to get frustrated with you or yell at you because you don't deserve that. You're too smart for that. And then I don't want it to be a fussing match or a fighting match by saying, "Please don't talk to me like that." I just want to make sure I understood what you was saying. So I'm just trying to help you to avoid those frustrating situations where a person gets frustrated and then you get upset and then goes from nice dialogue to a heated um, debate or a heated match. So that's why do your best to, just as I tell you with driving, keep your eye on the road, keep focus on the topic, focus on the subject, be an active listener, ask questions, nod, agree, to help you, similar to participation in class, how students participate by being active listener, by asking questions, do the same thing. Treat speaking similar to being particip- by participating for your class grade. You're good speaking as you learn something new, learning a new topic. If that makes sense. You will get better with speaking as you get better with driving. Getting back with driving too. If you can change the clock on a car during daylight saving, you could drive. If you can use your GPS on different cars, you can drive. If you can use the shopping cart, the wheelchair shopping cart, you can drive. Uh, with if you can use the shopping cart wheelchair without stopping every 2 minutes, you could drive. The reason I say that is it's with driving. You, when you first start, it's baby steps, one step at a time, where you might keep on pressing on the gas and the brake back and forth because you don't want to hit the other car, you don't want to hit the gate, or you don't want to hit the pole. But then as you get more comfortable, you take longer strides, where you put the pedal to the metal, or where you can go without stopping every block, where you could drive for hours on the highway or on the highway. So look at driving as baby steps. Once again, if you can turn comfortably, or have control over the shopping cart, the wheelchair shopping cart, you can drive. It's the same thing. I said, at first you might have been used to stop, go with the shopping cart. Now you can drive stop with the supermarket shopping cart. It's the same thing with driving. At first you might keep on going stop, go to help you have control of the vehicle. Now you could go non-stop. That's the goal. Overall, the goal is to go longer without stopping. When you go longer without stopping, that means you're getting used to the vehicle and you're not as nervous, you're not as anxious. And remember, speaking similar to driving, just as I tell you to speak on your own accord, speak for yourself instead of speaking for the ladies, speaking for the babies. In other words, speaking to impress the ladies, you want to speak to impress yourself. That's how you get more out of it. Now, with driving, the same thing applies. You're not driving for the instructor or the examiner. You're driving for yourself so you can get better. You're not driving for the driver, teacher, your friends, or family members. You're driving for yourself. So just as I tell you to speak 10 times, speak for yourself 10 times more than the ladies, more than the babies. Drive for yourself more than the examiner, the teacher, your friends and family members put together. That's how you get more out of it. That's will change your driving life. So speaking driving does go hand on hand. You know why speaking driving goes hand in hand too? Because if you speak about driving, it will eventually help you to want to do something about it. If you are nervous or apprehensive or anxious or terrified of driving, when you speak to a friend or family member who you trust about driving, the more you speak about it, the more you might want to do something about it. But if you keep it at bay or keep it a hush hush or keep it a secret, then there's so much people can do. People say, so when you're gonna drive again, but if you don't talk about it, then it won't get done. But the more you talk about it yourself, the more it might help you to want to do something about it. So people say, are you gonna drive? When are you gonna drive? In other words, friends, family members can tell you how to drive. When you're gonna start driving again. But if you don't take the initiative or step to to speak about driving, then it doesn't mean a thing. So it could go in one ear out the other ear when people is pushing you. See, so that's why you gotta push yourself more than people push you, more than your friend, family member push you. They can help you, they can propel you, but you gotta do it on your own. And you can speak about driving all you want, but the next thing is to take it into action too. You can speak about driving for a couple of days or a week, as counseling, as therapy, as psychology. But then you're gonna have to implement it into action eventually. You can speak about driving at home, then you can speak about driving in the car, then you can speak about driving um, in the driver's seat. Then you get a step closer. See, what I'm saying by speaking before driving is systematic desensitization. When you're speaking about driving, at first you wasn't speaking about it. Now you're speaking about it more. Now you're speaking about driving in the car. Now you're speaking about driving when you're about to drive. See, you are going gradual. Systematic systematic desensitization with paradoxical intention. I say, imagine if I wasn't afraid of driving. Well, let me be afraid of driving on purpose. I'm not gonna hide the fear. It's treat driving similar to sneezing. How when you sneeze, how it might hurt in the inside. See, because you're holding the sneeze. What if you didn't hold the driving and you just let it out? Imagine how much relief you feel if you just let the fear just come out naturally, and it could change your life. You could drive from point A to point B in that same day or within a day or in 2 days. See, but when you hold it in, try to be all brave and strong. That's okay, but that's what's going to hinder you and hold you back and delay you from reaching your driving breakthrough, your driving milestone. So treat driving similar to you're not holding it in. So see, when you speak, you let it out, you letting it go, you letting the fear go slowly but surely, and that will motivate you to want to do something about it. It doesn't matter if the teacher yells at you, you're gonna drive. So that's what I'm saying. Do it more for you than the teacher than the examiner. See, when you care about the teacher, when you care about what people think, is you say, oh, I hope the teacher does yell at me. I hope the examiner does yell at me. That's the same thing as you care about what they think. But when you do it for yourself, it doesn't matter how loud the teacher yells at you or how often the examiner yells at you, you're going to drive regardless. See, that's where you're motivated. That's where you're ambitious enough. That's where you don't care what people think. And you're going to drive. You're going to say, move out the way, teacher, examiner. You can yell at me. I don't care how many times you yell at me. I don't care what you think. I'm going to drive. I don't care what the other drivers think. I'm going to drive. I don't care how many tickets I get from the cops or the police. I'm still going to drive. Nothing's going to stop me. So that's a point that I'm trying to get. Similar to speaking, you talk to the ladies. I don't care how many times she says no. I'm going to still talk to these ladies. I don't care how many times the kids say they don't care. I'm going to still teach them. Because I know I don't care how many times she says no. I'm still the man. I'm a good looking man. I'm a smart man. I'm an intelligent man. I'm a genius man. I'm a wise man. I'm a witty man. I don't care if she likes another dude. I'm still gonna dance with these ladies. I'm gonna dance by myself. I want to mix it up. See, so that's why speaking and driving goes hand in hand. It's our mind game, if you will, mind over matter. If you that battle is more than halfway fought, if you have a positive mindset, the positive vibes. See, the negative fight is the fear. You fighting with yourself with the negative fight. I said, oh, I can't do this. I can't talk to the ladies because she says no. I can't talk to babies. I can't teach the babies because they always say they don't care to me. Or I can't drive because the teacher examiner yells at me. See, that's negative fight. You're fighting with yourself. And that's where you fail in the mind over matter. But then with positive vibes, oh, I'm going to torture these ladies even if she says no to me. I'm going to teach these ladies even if they say they don't care. Or I'm going to drive whether the teacher examiner yes at me or not. It's still going to be a good day, even though the practice might be a little rough. I got to do what I got to do to survive, to eat. See, when you care what people think, we care what the babies think, you let them stop you from getting paid. You take off. You are hiding from them. We care about what the ladies think. You're hiding from them. You're hiding from them at the club. You're hiding from them at from places. We care about what the teachers or the examiner think when you drive. You're hiding in your home. That's what people have agoraphobia. That's why we're speaking. You gotta stick with what you know. I say this is my story. I'm sticking to it, even if they act as if you don't know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. You gotta stick to your guns. Don't let people change your mind. Don't let people twist or turn what you have to say. Once again, be discreet. Stick to what you know. Say the same thing more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. That's what's gonna help you to be a leader with you speaking. Remember what I told you, don't get up nobody your secret ingredients. That's not your business similar to Good Burger. They had to know, not for ordinary, they had to know is if they want to do the sale or not. Don't tell them your secret ingredients. They doing extra. They want to tell you their secret ingredients, so don't you tell them the secret ingredients. So even before driving, you say, I am a good driver. Even though I haven't driven in a while or I haven't drove before, I'm a good driver. You gotta say it before it's done. Even with those kids who give you a hard time, I say, oh, this is my favorite class. And even though it might not be, but you can speak in the atmosphere. You are letting the positivity beat the negativity in advance. I say, oh, I'm a ladies' man, even though she always says no to me. I am still a ladies' man. I'm still a good talker, even if you put um, your foot in your mouth, you're still a good talker. You got to keep on saying it. The positive affirmation. The power is at the tip of the tongue. Or should I say positive? The positive tip is at the tongue. So what I want you to do is when you wake up in the morning, when you go to bed at night, is say positive affirmation by saying, I am a ladies' man, even if she says no to me. I am a good educated, even if scholars say they don't care. I am a good driver, even the teacher examiner yells at me from time to time. Say it in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night when you go to bed. And that will change your atmosphere. It could change your life. You gotta say it with conviction. Say it like you mean it. In other words, just as you gotta be your biggest cheerleader, you gotta be your biggest motivational speaker. You gotta be your own Rocky. You had to be your own Denzel Washington. You had to be your own Barack Obama. You had to be your own Judge Mathis. You had to be your own Master P. You had to be your own Tupac. If you get a panic attack, once again, treat a panic attack the same way as you would with an allergy attack. It's the same thing. When you're driving, you get an allergy attack. What do? You pull over and you let the AC hit your face hard for a couple minutes, for 5 minutes, and the allergy disappear. Panic attack is no different from an allergy attack. It's not life threatening. Uh, it just takes a couple minutes or a couple seconds. It's a commercial break. Treat the panic attack, the panic episodes, or you can say panic commercial. Panic commercial, which is brief as you allow it to be. Just as a commercial is brief, the panic attack could be as brief as a commercial. You pull over, you let the AC hit your face, you look at something that captures your eyes as help you establish mindfulness. Maybe you could look at your favorite word, or look at a water bottle, look at juice, or look at candy, look at each corner. I said, this Skittles or this Starburst have four corners. And you can say that to be in the here and now, to be in the moment. So you got to treat each panic attack as an allergy attack or as a commercial. And that'll let you know that you'll get through this, that you could conquer this, that you could overcome this, no matter how severe or acute the panic attack is. It's as long as you allow it to be. The panic attack is as short as you allow it to be. And you may have a panic attack and may not even realize it because you overcome it. You got used to it. So the panic attack could last for seconds, maybe 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Or it could last an hour if you allow it to get to you. So it's up to you. You control the panic attack. Don't let the panic attack control you. Just as you can control people's reaction, but you can't control people's reaction, but you can control your own reaction. And that's basically you not caring what they think. You caring about your your life, your purpose, your goals. That's what it basically means. Because now World War III is not the end of the world. Actually, it can help you to have a party. It can help you have a clever party, a creative party, a driving party. So you said that's how you go from negative fight to positive vibes. By saying, do I want to have driving? Do I want to have World War III party with the panic attack, or do I want to have no? Do I want to have World War III with the panic attack, or do I want to have a driving party? That's what you could say. Similar to the babies give you a hard time. Do you want to have World War III with me, or do you want to have a school party? Similar to later, they give you a hard time. Do you want to have World War III with me, or you want to have a speaking party? You can say it out loud or in your head. It's up to you. Similar to speaking. Just as you think before you speak, you have to think before you drive. You have to think before each move that you make. And when you keep your eye on the road, that helps you to have better control of the steering wheel. When you focus on the topic, when people talk to you, that help you to have control of the conversation, of the dialogue. When your your mind is wandering, the speaker will have more control over the conversation than you. And I don't want you to feel defeated where you run out of things to say and people keep on speaking to you where they dominate the conversation. Sometimes it's okay to speak and dominate the conversation, but not all the time. Because you are a strong, will, determined, independent individual yourself. Don't let people out dominate you or outclass you or outwit you all the time. See, that's what Satan wants you to do. So you can be timid, so you can be passive, so you can give up on the conversation, so you can give up on driving, so you can give up talking to the ladies, so you can give up teaching the babies, so you can give up on life itself. I'm here to tell you not to give up. Don't give up on God because He won't give up on you. Don't give up on God's unchanging hand. Just as He went all the way to the cross for you and me at Calvary. And remember, speaking and driving is the same thing. For example, if you're stuttering or mumbling over your words, don't hide it, embrace it by say, look at me with my stuttering self. Or if your feet is shaking on the steering wheel or on the gas pedal or the brake pedal, I know it's not supposed to happen. I know. But you say, look at my foot doing the crip walk, or look at my foot doing the juju on that beat, or the running man, or the moonwalk. Be creative with it. Be witty with it. If your foot is shaking on the brake or the gas pedal, pull over. Even if the teacher examiner is yelling at you, uh, it's not the end of the world. It's going to be all right. You're not in trouble. You're not a bad person. Don't let fear or Satan make you think that way. Don't hide it and embrace it in a positive way. Overcome stuttering situation when you speak, just as you, the same thing will happen. You could overcome your foot shaking when driving, where you went from your foot shaking in the city to you going on your own road trip within a couple of days, within a week's time. I say, look at how far God has brought me from my foot shaking on the brake and the gas pedal. Now I could go on my own road trip, and now I'm teaching other people how to drive. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you, God, for changing my life, for saving my life. Thank you, God, for helping me not to give up. Look at me, went from stuttering. Now I could teach the babies. Now I can approach any ladies. Now I give motivational speeches to hundreds of people. See, and driving and speaking goes hand in hand because then you can talk about your testimony, how you went from being a timid, passive driver to you being a dominant, confident, happy-go-lucky driver. See, so the more you speak it, the more you achieve it. See, when you are praying to God and asking Him to put the words into your mouth for the ladies, the babies, you're asking God to give you the boldness and the courage to get behind that wheel. It's the same thing. It goes hand in hand. I'm telling you. And if the teacher, the examiner is yelling at you, I'm not saying to disregard them or disrespect them back. No, you respect what they say because they do have they have your intention. They have your best intention at heart. They mean well. They want the best for you. So that's why they just try to bring the best out of you. So if they yelling or come down at you hard, they just want you to get it. So you do what you need to do. Hear what they have to say, but do what you need to do. Don't let them stop you. Don't let them yell at the top of their lungs at you, make you not want to drive for days, weeks, months, or years. But sometimes if you need to take a couple minutes or maybe a day or two off, so be it. But what I recommend that you do is try not to take no more than 3 days off of driving practice. For example, if it's the weekend, if you drive from Monday to Friday, you want to take a break on Saturday, okay, but then get back at it on Sunday. Don't take 3 days off because then that may discourage you to keep on driving. You could take it 2 a day, take 1 or 2 days off if you want to. If you feel you need to drive a break, I get it. But 3 days, I wouldn't recommend you take that much of a time off. If you're not feeling well, if you're sick or have a cold, that's different.